This is a quick summary of John Somnez's course titled 10 Steps to Learn Anything Quickly. Let us divide the 10 steps into two chunks. The first 6 steps, which you do only once, and the last 4 steps, which you do in a cycle. The first step is to get the big picture. Ask yourself, what is the topic that you want to learn about? It might be, say, you want to learn algorithms. After that, you should make a summary of the topic that you want to learn about. The second step is to determine the scope. You need to determine the size of the thing that you want to learn small enough so it does not overwhelm you. An example would be you want to learn algorithms. The scope topic would be learn enough algorithms to solve problems on LeetCode. The third step is to define success. In this step, you will decide the goal of your learning process. A good template is the sentence, I will have learned blah 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 when I am able to blah blah blah. The fourth step is to find resources on the topic that you want to learn. An example of good resources are books, trusted websites, or even a friend with some knowledge in the topic that you want to learn. The fifth step is to make a learning plan. A learning plan is made of breaking down the topic into smaller modules, like chapters in the table of contents from a book. When learning, you should focus on one module at a time. The sixth step is to filter resources. Filter your resources based on your learning plan. Too much resources can result in information overload, distracting yourself from the actual learning process. The last 4 steps is a cycle that you repeat each module. The 7th step is to learn enough to get started. In other words, learn enough information so you can spend some time playing around with it yourself in the next step. The 8th step is to play around with the material. You need to get comfortable with the idea, tools, and the environment related in learning the stuff you want to learn. The 9th step is learn enough to do something useful. Make a result of the thing that you are learning. It might be an application, a painting, or a recording. The last step, which is very important, is to teach others. You can do this by making a blog post, making a video, or just pretending to talk to someone. Teaching reinforces your learning into a whole new level. To sum it up, there are 10 steps to learn anything quickly, which we divide into the first 6 steps, which you do only once, and the last 4 steps where you repeat it each module. The steps are to get the big picture, to determine the scope, to define success, to find resources, to create a learning plan, to filter resources, to learn enough to get started, to play around with the material, to learn enough to do something useful, and the last step is to teach. This is the end of the video. I hope you can find it helpful. Thank you for watching.